20 plus diagnosed professional experience. He currently serves as head of campus relations at HCL Tech. Beginning his career in project delivery, he later transitioned to field of human resource. Currently, he serves as head of overall freshers program at HCL Tech. In this role, he oversees various initiatives including India B School campus hiring, India E School campus hiring, MBA cadre development program, and integrated work learning programs for higher education. So, thank you so much, sir, for accepting our invitation and joining us today. Surya sir and Anuja ma'am, please come on stage for felicitation of Mr. Ashish Bhalla sir. Ashish Bhalla sir, please kindly join us on stage.
मैम कुछ को भेजिए ना रिकॉर्ड हो रहा है चेक किया तो सीधा बैकग्राउंड का नाम रिकॉर्ड होगा ठीक है यहाँ बैठे ये भी आ जाएगा लाइव है ना यस लाइव है लाइव है ना क्लोज करवा दो यहाँ बैठा लाइव का यहाँ बैठा दिए यहाँ बैठा दिए उसको इधर आ जा तू इधर आ जा तू
Thank you so much, respected chief guest and director. I now request Mr. Ashish Bhalla sir to address the gathering.
Morning.
Good morning, sir.
Working? Usually I don't need mic. Speak Punjabi. Very loud. And so one thing I tell my team also, a leader has to be either tall or loud. Not both. So thank you for organizing this and inviting. We met a few months back, and since then we were planning to connect and see how we can collaborate as brand, right? So HCL Tech we all know, right?
Yes.
It's a big brand.
Yes.
And same way, the way, so I meet a lot of colleges, and I think the vision that I could sense with your directors is very different. Right? It's not going for masses, it's going for quality. And that is where it clicked, and I wanted to do this session and this event or all those things while we were trying to plan, but this time it clicked. So yes, thank you. I'll start with a bit more introduction about myself. I'm Ashish Bhalla. Director HR, that's also written. I take care of overall campus program at HCL Tech, which is all freshers hired across HCL Tech is done by my team. And if I have to put a number to it, so my team hires somewhere around 15,000 to 18,000 campus freshers every year. Now for those 15 to 18,000, we go through around 4 lakh profiles every year. I'm not trying to scare you that our selection rate is too tough. I'm trying to tell you the fact that it's a big race with a lot of people running, right? So how you're going to place yourself in that race, that's going to be very, very important, correct? I started with this organization 20 years back, not to calculate my age. It's my experience only, okay? And I joined as a fresher, just like you all, fresher. And I worked in delivery myself, project delivery. I was doing coding, night shifts, 6 days working. It was a norm at that time. days working. And when it moved to 5 days, we thought, wow, what a luxury we found. And today you get 5 days, and then within that 5 days you said, give us work from home also. So I worked into delivery, multiple roles. Then I moved into transitioning new projects. So I was transitioning projects from US and UK. Then project manager for a while, and then I moved into HR. Then within HR, I have done multiple roles. So I was heading recruitment for one of the vertical of 20,000 employees. Then I was heading recruitment for HL America for 2 years. Then workforce planning at corporate level. Then leadership hiring, and now complete fresher program. So with all this I said, what comes to your mind? I want this session to be interactive, and that's why I said no PPT, right? Otherwise I can bore you with that. I have my laptop, it will have tons of PPTs, but I don't want that. So yeah, so whatever I talked about, my experience, what comes in your mind? Poor guy, stuck with HCL, no other company offered him. Is that the case?
No.
Okay, so what comes in your mind? Speak, you are MBAs.
It's a loyalty to the company.
Loyalty to the company, okay.
Hardworking experience.
Experience, hardworking,
Dedicated to
Stability.
dedicated,
Stability.
stability, connections,
So diversity within the same domain.
diversity within the same domain. So if I flip it around, it's the opportunity that organization been giving and I've been taking,
Yes.
right? And that's how you grow in life. You have to work in an organization which has that capacity and those platforms for you to learn and grow. Sometimes it's within the function, sometimes it's cross-functional, right? So these are all things that you have a quick view about. If you stay, sustain, and be consistent, you will move up. The problem is that we want everything to happen immediate.
Yeah.
It's not instant noodles. It takes time, right? So, how many of you are non-vegetarian? Wow. Even for vegetarian also, these things are good enough. There's a lot of food that we like. It takes time to cook,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
right? Can you get that flavor within those few minutes or 5 minutes
No.
cooking?
No.
Same thing goes for our life also. Few things, yes, instant. But few things which gives you much more stability in life might require longer time for you to keep running for it. I know today you all want, after MBA day 1, I should be manager, I should get a career, right? And I should have people listening to me. Every morning people should say, yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am. No, it doesn't work that way. Right? Okay, so that covers what I do, and about the organization that I represent, HCL Tech, we all know.
Yes.
What is HCL Tech? What is HCL?
Hindustan Company Limited.
Hindustan Computers Limited.
Computers.
How many of you say that? How many of you say it's Hindustan Computers Limited? Okay, so HCL is not Hindustan Computers Limited, HCL is not hydrochloric acid, HCL is HCL. So we were Hindustan Computers Limited in 1990s, and then we became a private organization. Earlier it was in collaboration with some government part and some others. But now we are just HCL. And HCL, now how big it is? How big? It's very big. So we are 2,24,000 employees across the globe, $13 billion organization. We operate out of 61 countries and 160 nationalities of people working with us. That's how big it is. And we are third largest IT company. And we are not just IT services company, we are a product company also. And we are the only product company of that size in India, having that much client base as well as those many innovation products. So that's how big the organization is. Now, why I stayed with this organization? What you think? Why? Opportunities that I've been getting. Okay, let's flip the question. So when you look for placements, how are you going to decide your placement?
Job role.
Job role? Okay, so we are not going to put a sequencing part or the preference or the priorities. I will leave it to you to decide. But let's look at the list. So job role. Okay, what else?
Future growth. Salary.
Growth.
CTC.
CTC. That's why I say I'm not going to put a sequence to it because I know what's coming. Yeah.
Company's vision.
Sorry.
Company's vision.
Company vision, very important, correct? What else? What else you will see when you sit for placements or when you want to decide for your placements?
Company culture.
Culture, very important, correct?
Trust and correlation. Trust and correlation.
Trust and correlation with employees or with employees. Okay, so that may be a subset of the culture. Yes. Career growth.
Company's background.
Company's background, legacy.
Opportunity to learn new things.
Opportunity to learn new things. Again, very important perspective, correct? Career development programs. Location.
No.
Sometimes we can work.
सिखा दिया है. Wow. Ma'am, we have not started interview yet. But if you actually believe in this and follow this, you will have very good. I will say there will be a lot of doors open for you. So location could be one thing. I can understand. It could be a personal reason, commitment. Usually, why we pick location as a constraint? You are anyways MBA, so even if you go to the other side and when you join an organization, and maybe say somebody out of you joins my team and standing and addressing. So location, if you get to hear why people believe location is a problem.
Sir, to connect back with family soon.
Family. Okay. Now, I open a job role which has a location as Madurai or Vijayawada. How many of you would not want to apply as a location? Because of family. Good, then raise it. It's okay. Interview has not started. So this could be the reason, and family is the reason?
Yeah.
Right? Now the same job role, the location is New York and London. I'm not comparing cities. I'm not comparing cities at all. I'm just comparing the reason. You said because of family. Now family can wait.
Yeah.
Sometimes people say food. Right? So are we saying in London and US we'll get better food as compared to what we get in India? Or the flavors and taste and whatever?
No.
So again, I did not compare the cities. I was comparing the reason for you to reject Vijayawada or Madurai. And that's what I said, the road is same. Okay. So, whatever we talked about, that when you look for placements in your PG program, when you join an organization, more or less these reasons or these criteria for you to find a job will be applicable when you want to switch the jobs also. Now, whatever you talked about, learning, career growth, vision, company background, culture, right? CTC, right? If all that I'm getting here, then why to change? So I did not find the need to change. Money is anyways never enough. I know any day I switch a job today, I can get 50 to 70, 80% hike. But will that give me happiness? Why do you complicate life too much?
No.
Money is important?
Yes, sir.
Very important?
Yes, sir.
Very, very important.
Yes, sir.
Money can buy happiness?
No. Sometimes.
Sometimes yes.
Money can buy happiness?
Yes.
Okay. So what's the definition of happiness? So money can buy you happiness with a new phone? Correct?
Yes.
How long that excitement lasts for that new phone? How long?
One,
week, next
one,
phone?
yes, 1 week.
Satisfaction
And
level.
you will use that phone for that picking up calls, WhatsApp, Insta, right?
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn.
Yes,
So at the end, all these phones will do the same job.
yeah, sir.
So do we call it happiness? It's a very short-term happiness.
Yeah.
What else? What else we define as money can buy us happiness? Good clothes? Do you think that excitement will come again when you wear it for the second time?
No.
No. Money can buy you a very nice bed, but not sleep. Unless you start taking sleeping pills. Right? That you can buy. Money can buy you good food, but not health and appetite. Right? So, it's very important for us to see what happiness means. You are saying CTC, salary. You will get your CTC, you will get your salary into your account on last day of the month. Agree?
Yeah.
Very happy day. Morning you will start looking at your phone, SMS, salary credit हुआ नहीं हुआ अभी नहीं हुआ जैसे होगा वाओ उसके बाद कुछ EMI ले जाएगा कुछ इधर के फ्रेंड्स को देना होगा तो वो भी हो जाएगा कुछ प्लान्स होंगे शॉपिंग का उसमें जाएगा then some you may want to give to your family also and saving I doubt yeah so those 1-2 days very exciting, go movies, eat, spend time with family, friends, whatever. No. Have that happiness on the last day. You have to work 29 days. Now what is that happiness on those 29 days? Thinking that you will get salary on the last day of the month? No, it will never be. Believe me, it is not going to be. We are all human. We want to see happiness right now, not what we get after 30 days. Okay? So what will be that happiness every day for you to wake up, dress up, be happy to go to office?
Having a cheerful working environment.
Work environment, the type of role that you do, if that matches your aspirations, your passion, right? If you get that respect, your friends, colleagues, right? So that is happiness.
Sir, whatever task assigned by our head or leader, that complete
definitely gain by my side that would be.
Yes, that's what, that satisfaction of that you have accomplished something, you have achieved something, right? People respect you in your organization. You are valued, you are not just a piece of furniture. That is happiness. So you want to look at happiness of 29 days or you want to look at happiness of 30th day? I'm not saying money is not important. But how much money is important at what point in time in your career, that you should decide. You've been investing in your academics. You have not invested in your career yet. So 2 years post completion of your MBA, that is the investment you will do in your career. How and what you do in those 2 years will define how far you will go. Right?
Yes, sir.
So, let's pick some other things also, which I believe you all should know. So placement, so this batch is
There's a mix of
both
batches.
both batches. So how many of you are going to sit for placements soon? So it changes every year?
No. Actually, we changed this year.
No, but that's actually a good way to do that. So for a speaker, it's very easy. Okay, so that food. Okay, okay, but both looks really good. It's you got some designer. It is. Yeah, it looks really professional. I go to so many colleges, and first thing that pisses me off is when I'm addressing and people are not even dressed properly, and that's what I'm going to build the next on. And whatever I'm talking, it fits for all. So year 2 and year 1 both. So since I walked in, right, I'm not going to talk about if you have actually researched and looked at that who is coming today and you have done any Google around it or something. But since I walked in and whatever minutes I've been talking, your brain is creating a perception about you. It would have been.
Yeah.
Automatically run hota hai, right? And it can be good or bad, both. So what are those? You can tell bad also, as I said, the only recording I can see is coming this side, no recording on that side. So I have 3 paparazzi here. Make sure you delete whatever. But yes, so since the time I entered, and whatever minutes I've been talking, your brain has created perceptions about me, some view about me. What are those? And I will tell you why I'm asking. Good, bad, you can tell both.
Personality.
Personality, okay?
So you started from 0 and now you are standing as a hero.
I know that hunger never ends. And there's a statement I always follow, and that's actually my status also on that statement on my WhatsApp also. That I did not come this far to come just this far. So that's what I keep following and keep challenging myself. But yeah, okay, so where I started, where I reached, okay. What else?
So you have an amiable personality, but at the same time you observe the minute details since you have a lot of experience.
Okay, experience, observation, okay. What else?
So your aura speaks. There's something around you, a different
Aura, okay.
So you make people interact.
People interact, two-way communication, okay.
Out of box thinking.
Out of box thinking, ऐसा कुछ बोला क्या? Okay, out of box thinking. Sometimes I see this as challenging a normal mindset. So maybe, yeah, so that may be a part of out of box. Okay, what else?
So vision.
Sorry?
Vision.
Vision?
Yeah.
Okay.
Motivation.
Motivation?
Smart talking.
Smart looking. If girls would have said, I will let okay. But I still take it as compliment. Observation skills, yeah, that's what we heard. Anything else?
Continuous learning attitude.
Continuous learning attitude,
Sticking to the facts.
sticking to the facts,
Good at connecting dots.
good at connecting dots. Anything else? Okay. Now, whatever you all said, have I used any of these words in my introduction?
No.
Your brain read it. And this is what we call personal branding. And this is very, very important for any MBA to carry that personal brand. It's not always what people talk about you on your face, it's what people talk about you at your back. So I'm hoping that whatever you are telling me on my face, the similar things you will talk at my back also.
Yeah.
But that's how it is. So are we creating that? So somebody said aura. Now aura, I'll put it around as the positivity that you carry, right? And how you show that you are a positive person. Okay, how you show that you are a positive person without even saying a word? Smile.
Yeah.
Very important. So the level or the way you talk, the way you behave, the way you interact with people, right? The energy level that you show, all that creates your personality. When you enter interview room, it starts there and then, without even you answering or even greeting the panel. The way you are dressed, the energy that you carry, the freshness that you carry on your face, the excitement that you carry on your face, the smile that you carry, all that gives first impression in itself. And believe me, in interviews, first 120 seconds are very, very important. Because that is where the perception runs very fast. And if you do something bad in those 120 seconds and you are not able to get that positive or attention of the panel, then it becomes very tough to reverse that perception in rest of the interview. And that is how you should prepare. Now that preparation cannot happen overnight. And that's what we were discussing. That it has to happen throughout your journey of MBA. Why we start taking pressure of placements just 2-3 weeks before the placement season? Then we start finding connects, alums, seniors, mock interviews, right? Start reading more, right? Do a lot of Google search. Why? Do from year one. This is year one, right? Do from year one. Day one. And I have not said that you have to study what is taught in your 4th semester. It's not about books. It's about you. You do MBA or take full-time admission for an PG program to have that experiential learning, not vocational. I'm not saying it's not required, CGPA is required, because that will make you eligible to sit in the interview. Right? That will give you the concept. But how you going to use those or showcase your knowledge and how you can implement those logic or that course electives, that shows your personality. I go in IMABC and I reject people just for the fact that they can't articulate their point of view. That is where you all need to be very cautious and prepare yourself as a overall professional. Not saying I am topper of this college. That's important, please It is required because it gives you that edge, right? But otherwise, what you are, what you know, how you can upsell yourself is very important. Let's have some fun part of it. You all like movies?
Yeah.
Bhag Milka Bhag?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Seen it?
Yes.
There is a scene where Pakistani coach says something to Milkha Singh before the race. Who remembers it? What was it?
ये आपके जिंदगी की आखिरी रेस
ये आपकी आखिरी रेस हो सकती है. That was the statement.
Yes.
What was the response of Milkha Singh?
भागूंगा भी उसी तरह.
भागूंगा भी वैसे.
Have that concept. I'm not saying that if you fail in an interview, then it ends. No, it doesn't end. But you should not be rejected in an interview just because of the fact कि यार थोड़ा prepare और कर लियो. Reject भी हो जाओ तब भी you should be happy कि यार I gave my best. मजा आया इंटरव्यू देने, सीखने को भी मिला. Right? So I'm not that big of movie fan, and I don't remember the story of movie, and that's what my wife keeps complaining that we have watched this movie, and I don't remember the story. So, but there are few messages in those movies which we should keep in mind, which is actually very relevant to our day-to-day life, right? That confidence is very important. So, have you watched that movie, Pursuit of Happiness?
Yes, sir.
How many of you have watched it? Okay, so people who have not watched, please watch. Very nice. Pursuit of Happiness. Now, whosoever watched it, do you remember the scene when he goes for interview?
Yes, sir.
So people have not watched, a lot of people have not watched, so I will just try to put in a simple way to create, just try to visualize. This person goes for an interview in a big financial consultant type of firm, right? Advisors, something like that. Now, just before, so a night before, he was painting wall of his flat. Why? Because he could not pay the rent, and he told the landlord that I can't pay the rent, but I will whitewash it myself. You don't have to pay to a person to whitewash it, so I can't pay rent, I will whitewash it. So he was having his just vest on and maybe lower, right? And the paint was all over him. And at the same time, he got arrested for not paying parking tickets. So that night, he had to stay in the police station.
Police station.
And morning 9 a.m. he had the interview. Right? Now, he did not get that much time to go back and change. So from police station, he runs for the interview. Now think over it. A big organization, a very big organization in main New York City. And it's a true story. It's a true story. Right? The person goes there, sitting in that interview room. Everybody is dressed up with tie and everything. And he's in that attire which I told. So first is obviously he was a bit nervous at that time. But the moment he enters the interview room, there were 4 people sitting, and very confidently he says, I like this, I'm this. Very confident. And people were looking at him, and then they were checking whether the paint is dry or not. So they asked that about this paint. Is it dry? He said, I hope so. And then they said that why you are like dressed like this and all. He said about this is the reason. And before that he was working as a salesperson but not doing well. and that's why his wife left him and all that. It's a true story, right? Then, the question asked to him by one of the board member that what will you say if I tell you that I have hired somebody who did not have his shirt on? The answer he gave was that the person might be wearing very nice pants. Presence of mind and that confidence that he showed, he was hired. Hired as intern. He had to do internship without stipend. And out of that program, the best people were paid by the organization, and then they were paid very, very nice salary. Look, the person did not have money, and he was sleeping in toilet of metro stations with his kid. Watch that movie. It's an eye opener for us. It tells that if you want to achieve something, you have to really put effort, and you can't keep complaining because of that person I'm not able to achieve. And that's what we usually do. We try to find easy excuses for our failures, right? So we follow this now. You did this, but we don't see that the three fingers are towards us,
Yes.
right? So, so that's another thing which you all need to build up during your MBA. It is more of your conceptual learning, more of you as a person, as a personality, right? How many of you are a BTech background, BTech before your MBA? Okay. Okay, and how many of you are BCom, BBA? So, you will do PGDM, you will join an organization. Not that, so that organization will have maybe below level people also. Right? Say BTech, if you go for IT company, so who works in IT company? Who earns the money? Software engineer?
Yes.
Right? Now, and software engineer, what salary they get usually? The start salary? Around 4 lakhs? Right? On an average 4 lakhs? What on an average an MBA gets? Starting 6? Why they should respect it? Just because you are getting 6 lakhs? It's what value you bring in. So, so if somebody asks you, tell me about yourself. Anyways, I don't ask these questions anymore. So you will say, I have done my MBA from Imperial Business School, right? You will say this? Any other version anybody will say? If I would have been in your place, I would say, I'm an MBA. Same thing, different way to believe. Same thing for a BTech. The person says, I've done BTech from X college. And the other person says, I'm an engineer. Right? So the question, the way I ask these days, whenever I go for interview, maybe if I take your interview, so this is maybe a cheat sheet. So say, what's your name? I mean. What does it mean? Listen. Okay. So, if I'm taking your interview, I will ask, who is I? So now you all will prepare answers about tell me about me. My question is, who is I mean? So the way you are going to talk about you, or the way other people talk about I mean, that is what I want to do. Right? So this is what you call communication skill. It's not about just talking English and fast English. It's about talking right English, meaningful English. And that is where a lot of times we see when we ask a question during interview, the answer is coming like scripted. Right? Well, let's talk more scripted now. We all like ChatGPT. Favorite? Yeah? You might want to cut some part of this. I don't want them to file a claim on it. ChatGPT is a good tool, no doubt about it. It has its benefit. AI is coming with its benefit. So, okay, so whatever I've been talking till now, do you think it is scripted?
No, sir.
No? Why? What makes you believe it's not scripted? Coming from within. Okay. What else? What else makes you believe it's not scripted? The way I'm addressing, okay. Relevant points, okay.
We are connecting to you.
Interactive.
So you think before you speak.
I think before I speak. Okay, so ratta nahi mara hai. Okay. Yeah, that's a reflection.
Connecting the dots.
Hmm?
Connecting the dots. Connecting the dots.
Connecting dots, yes.
Building that rapport with the audience.
Rapport, interactive.
Body language, confidence.
Body language, confidence, very important. It's a reflection. It tells very clearly whether something is scripted or not.
So not using that ChatGPT words.
Not using ChatGPT words, so you can say, I'm not using fancy English.
Yeah.
Okay? Maybe my English is not there.
So making conversations.
Okay? So with whatever you said, now if you as a fresher can easily see what I'm saying is not scripted, don't you think your professors or your interview panel will not be able to identify?
Yes, sir.
So it's important that you be natural. Confidence, when you're talking, confidence, how it builds up. You are confident in those things which you have seen, which you have knowledge about, not what you have read. Right? So increase that knowledge. And that's what brings that intelligence, and you don't need to be relying, you don't need to rely on ChatGPT. Why we use it? Why we use ChatGPT? It's okay, I know the answers. It's a common answer I get in all colleges. Huh?
You don't have to put in more efforts.
You don't have to put more effort, comfort. So it's easy life. Yes. Yeah, that's the fact. What else? Why we use ChatGPT? It's okay, you can speak. As I said, there's no recording on that side, and we have not started interviews. So
There's no preparation of ourselves.
you will not prepare. No preparation required. So comfort.
Time saving.
Time saving. We are very busy people. So whatever time we save using ChatGPT goes to stuff. We can spend hours scrolling reels, looking at other people's life, rather than doing something for our life. Please, I'm not against it. It's just I'm trying to say, look, one important factor if you want to be successful in your life is to balance time. Try to evaluate what this has for me. Right? What time you should invest. So if we go a few years back, if you have to do some assignment or some study, what you used to do? Google give multiple links.
Yes.
We were opening each link,
Yes.
reading it, seeing whether it is relevant or not.
Yes.
So there is a learning that goes inside our mind.
Yes.
To even identify what is right and what is wrong. Even we might do mix of multiple links and then create an answer.
Yes.
So our brain was running. But now we don't. Right? If I go few more years back, when we were studying, Google was much later, right? In internet was a luxury. Desktop was again super luxury. And so we used to go through books. Now, how many books you can buy? So I remember I used to tell my friends, I'm buying this, you buy the other one. So what we used to decide, okay, these are the reference books we are going to go for, and then we will exchange. So somewhere the technology that has come in, it has given us that ease, that availability of information at any given time, at any location. But is it killing our learning?
Yes.
It is. People who created ChatGPT, they did not study from ChatGPT. Right?
Yes.
Even to create an AI, you need human intelligence first. But if you learn and grow with AI only, then what learning you may get? So conceptually, if we pick any topic about your MBA program, right, how vast you are expanding that learning? Just answer it to yourself, don't answer it. Right? I don't know how much time we have, I can
No,
go
we have-
whole day. Anyways, ma'am has delayed my flight. Operational issue is 3 hours flight delay. 2 घंटे में तो वैसे ही दिल्ली पहुंच जाते हैं. Okay, so let me give you one more perspective. Work from home. How many of you believe it's a good thing?
No.
It's not a good thing.
Really, it's not good thing.
पता है कि पब्लिक के सामने नहीं बोलना है, एजुकेशन नहीं बोलना है, CTC नहीं बोलना है, और नहीं बोलना है. ज्वाइनिंग के बाद करो. Let's see this session. Okay, this session is happening online. Imagine. कोविड टाइम में कुछ ना कुछ ऑनलाइन तो किया है ना, चाहे ग्रेजुएशन किया है, चाहे ट्वेल्थ किया हो, कुछ ना किया है, तो वी नो ऑनलाइन कॉन्सेप्ट, राइट? So imagine this session is happening online. Now I'm going to ask some questions. Don't answer to me, just answer to yourself. First, what you all would have been wearing. Second, in which yoga asana you would have been. Third, the moment I say we turn the video camera on, you will say network issue. Then all that background music and sound of kabadi wala, sabji wala, dogs barking. So many distractions, right? A lot of us even don't have that much of setup at home to give us a specific room without distractions, right? That is one part of it. Now, second bigger problem is, so MBA can be done online?
Yes.
मतलब से आराम से you can do it at home. पढ़ना है पढ़ो, नहीं पढ़ना जब सिर्फ एग्जाम देना है, एग्जाम देने का भी सेटअप हो जाता है ऑनलाइन में तो. So why are you paying fee to do full time MBA? सोचा 2 साल और पैसे में मस्ती कर लें, कॉलेज लाइफ एंजॉय कर लें. Why you are doing it full time MBA rather than online? Exposure,
For more practical knowledge.
discipline,
To improve communication.
communication improvement, and that you learn from when you are with people. Correct. Absolutely.
Practical knowledge.
To gain
Changing
more.
attitude, adding value to yourself,
To gain more practical.
to gain more
Practical knowledge.
practical knowledge,
To know the working environment.
work environment, or the
Culture.
the
Ethical.
environment we can say.
Yes, sir.
Now, why we believe that post joining the organization all this is not required? It's required. Then why people run after work from home? Comfort.
Family.
Family. Nobody wants to do work from home for family. फैमिली को तो टाइम कोई नहीं देता। वर्क फ्रॉम होम होगा और मॉल में जाके काम चल रहा होता है। मॉल में लगे होंगे लैपटॉप लेके, कॉल आएगा, हाँ हाँ वी आर वर्किंग। Do we really want to see family so much? Okay. Multiple work at same time. So office के time में you take salary from office but do some other work. And I hope when you say multiple work, it's second work is your home, not second job.
Yes.
That is called moonlighting. How many of you think moonlighting is good?
No.
No.
It's a cheating.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you know, if we believe moonlighting is correct, and if we are doing multiple jobs, then should have courage to go and tell both companies that I'm working for that company also. If you are not telling the other these companies that I'm working for the other one also, that means you yourself know this is wrong. So moonlighting again, yes, it's integrity. Yeah. So now work from home, right? Let's see, this is an environment. Today you all are sitting here, I gave that, that's why I try to give those examples which you can quickly understand and correlate within your life. I don't want to give you any example which is a corporate life which you have not seen, right? So, now today when you come to your college, your brain switches that this is education, learning, friends, right? Environment, right? Today you are sitting, and if this has been online and you would have been taking this call from your most likely bedroom, right? Your brain doesn't switch. That professionalism doesn't come. Today, even if you are not liking my session, you are still bound to sit and look at me. Maybe even 5%, you see its added value, it goes in your brain. But in online, it's not easy. And believe me, online interview is a bigger risk. Getting that attention and be able to sell your knowledge or your skills in that small camera window is not easy. What did I say? Your aura. When you walk into the interview room, it starts your interview. Online में कैसे दिखाओ? And distractions for both panel as well as the candidate. The risk is very high. So the same way when I say the environment that you get here, the environment that is there in office makes you feel that you are in office, right? And all those that the interaction that you do, the peer learning, right? Your career plan, you get to know your organization better, right? All that runs very fast. And let home be home. When we say word home, what comes in our mind?
Comfort, relaxation,
Relax.
Family,
happiness,
happiness, right?
Convenience.
Peace,
Convenience.
happiness,
Convenience.
convenience, comfort,
Yeah,
right? Why you want to